We got lost in the forest. It was evening. We searched for a way out for a long time, came across some kind of path, decided to follow it until it was completely dark, practically ran. We ran like that for 10 or 15 minutes, and eventually came to some old village. Well, at least we'll call. They'll pick us up, and they don't worry, said my friend Dinka. The two of us went to the village. Ilyuk, let's knock on the nearest HTTP, ask who's in charge here, said Dima. We decided so, went to the nearest hut, knocked. The hut was some kind of strange black wood. An old woman opened the door. What are you hanging around for? Who are you? We got lost in the forest and came out to your village. I said, can you tell us how to find the main one? No way. There are no main ones here. And where can I call from? There is nothing like that here. The forest is all around. Is it possible to spend the night? My friend asked. It is possible, the grandmother said smiling. Come in. We did not expect such a warm welcome and entered the hut. It's a strange village you have. You haven't seen it here before, I said. Well, apparently they just didn't go into this part of the forest, the grandmother said. The house was as strange inside as it was outside. Instead of beds there were benches. The stove was dirty. The floors were dirty. There was dust and cobwebs all around. The hostess from the grandmother is so. Dinka whispered, smiling. Granny, put them on the benches. There is nothing to eat at home, she said, and said that we should not go anywhere out of the yard at night. At night Dinka wanted to go to the toilet, woke me up, says. Come with me, I'm a little scared. We went outside. Dinka did his business, and we wanted to go back. But we noticed that the whole village inside was lit by fire. We went to see what was there. They approached, so as not to stick out, and saw a very large bonfire in the square. Naked girls, elderly and very old women, were dancing around it. They were scary. Their faces were terrible. Some jumped and hung in the air. Then they saw a huge demon come out of the fire. He poured fire on everyone who danced there, without hurting anyone. On the contrary, it seemed that they liked it. Devils came out of the fire and began to dance with them round the fire. Suddenly one of them turned around and pointed at us. We almost peed in our pants out of fear, turned around and ran. We run, but we can't move from our place, as if we are standing in one place and moving our feet. The fear was terrible. Dinka began to pray out loud. We moved a little and ran really. While Dinka was running, panting, stammering, shouting prayers, we ran into Grandma's yard, ran into the house. Running in, we saw that we were in an old abandoned church. There were icons on the walls inside. Candles and lamps were burning under them. We looked at the places where we slept and really saw that they were church benches, and we were covered with some kind of curtains, apparently from the altar. That old woman came out to us, but when we got closer, we saw that it was not that old woman, but a very good-looking grandmother, clean and clean clothes. I told you not to go outside. What's going on? Where are we? Dima asked, catching his breath after a quick run. You are in an abandoned village. Only here in this church you can hide from the evil spirits that come out here every night and gather a coven of witches. If you hadn't prayed, they would have grabbed you and dragged you to hell. Go to sleep and be calm. Tomorrow I will take you to the path that will take you home.